Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Rockman Zonia here with another video. So we got version 3 for 2.5, and there's changes across the board. Whereas nothing really happened in version 2, we have a lot of stuff going in for version 3. Changes across all the kits, a light cone change, and even some changes to the new ornaments that are coming out. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. I've had a slight peek of these changes, and yeah, let's just say these are huge. These are probably some of the hugest changes we've seen. But keep in mind, there's still room for them to make edits to these kits. This is not set in stone. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about version 3. We're going to talk about Feixiao, who's the most important here since she's the hype character to release. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And right off the bat, base stat change. 125 speed down to 112. Wow. That puts her below Seele now. Seele is once again the fastest character in the game at 115 speed. Seems she may have been just a little too fast. I mean, I understand. She had that 5 speed trace to put her at 130, and then you slap her with a speed shoe, she's at 155. Like, keep in mind, March can give 10% to March gives 10% to Shifu. Ruan May gives 10% to the rest of the party, and then you got Speed Queen Asta going speed, and then Hanya gives speed buffs too. So like Feixiao would have been extremely cracked in with all the accessibility to speed in this game. So I suppose they had to tone that down. So that's fairly huge because now 112 with a 25 shoe is 137 speed. Yeah, that sounds a bit more balanced than normal here. So let's go. Looks like there's a skill change. Let's see. So we go from dealing 240 attack and 10% AV to dealing 200% attack. So we got a 40% nerf to the damage multiplier. But it looks like they changed it to where now after E, she immediately launches her talents follow up. So we get a damage nerf, but she auto triggers follow up attack. So both a buff and a nerf to the skill. So let's think about that change, because that change sounds fairly significant here. So let's look at what that tells us for characters like Topaz and March. So if you're swinging E against an enemy with proof of debt, then if you're swinging against enemies with proof of debt, and she hits E, she hits the follow-up attack, that brings Numby forward to attack, and then assuming her talent stays the same, where an ally attack triggers her next follow up. What we're looking at is she hits E, she triggers follow up attack. Numby gets advanced, does their follow up attack, which that counts as an ally attack. So that'll trigger her follow up attack from the talent, and then she smacks again. So that's 4 attacks. That's a 4 attacks in a chain just off of an E cast. And assuming the enemy didn't die, well, they're getting hit anyway. But so Numby gets advanced. Numby gets advanced some more. So their next swap attack comes out even faster. That's fairly huge. That's fairly huge. That adds even more value to Topaz. And then with March, if you get her E2, which is the most important skill in the kit, the fact that the fact they gave it at E2. This whole thing at E2 is so huge. Like, you think this would have been E6, but anyway, so this will work the same way too. So Feixiao does E and then triggers follow-up attack, and then since she attacked, that automatically cues March is followed up attacking the chain. March will follow up attack, and then that's going to trigger Feixiao's follow up attack as well. Wow. You know what? I'm okay with that 40% damage nerf because now, now we've actually made the follow up attack much stronger for Fei Xiao just by doing that, and adds value to both March 7th and Topaz and Numby at the same time. So these two are have gotten even stronger by proxy thanks to that change on her E. So that's a really good thing. Both a buff and a nerf, but I think the buff is actually much stronger in this case. So we're gonna take this as a buff. All right, so now we have the ultimate, this monstrous ass. Look at these multipliers, like holy shit. This was the original, so of course, obviously, there's a change here. Wow, this is not a lot of word soup here. They okay, so they eradicated the total range of her damage and just set it to 700, which is lower than the baseline 840 as it was before. So another damage nerf. But let's see. We're dealing wind damage to a single enemy, reducing its toughness regardless of weakness type. So it's still rainbow toughness, just like Haran, just like Shui. If the target is not weakness broken, increase weakness break efficiency by 100. That's still there, which means that's going to be even more potent if you run a Ruron May with the 50% weakness break efficiency buff. I've seen clips of this already. This ultimate just tears toughness to shreds. In fact, um, I like with so much toughness reducing potential, going on here, like you could possibly make a viable super break team with this. Even so, maybe we'll see. But anyway, let's see. During the attack, Feixiao first launches Bolt Sunder Blitz or War Axe Skyward for a total of 6 times. Finally deals wind damage equal to 160 of her attack to the target. So that's the final hit. uh okay. Hmm. Does that change the way her ult works? Let's see. After she was found hit, every point consumed during attack, she first launches multiple times until final aura is depleted. Because she has 12 charges at max. So with this iteration of the ultimate, she dumps all her charges, and each charge is an attack. Okay, it sounds like she doesn't dump all her charges on the change. So she's only dumping 6 of the charges. So she has a full 12 charge stack. It sounds like she ults one time, and then after she ults, you just do it again. You just ult again. I think that's better for damage distribution, in my opinion. We'll see. So we got the damage nerf. What was there a final damage multiplier on the? Let's see. For final hit, for every point consumed, deals 1 damage, 10% to the target, and then increased if the damage multiplier increases. So if she consumed 12, it would be 120. And then okay, I see what they did. Okay, so this 160 is already higher than the baseline here. So this technically is a buff. Um, Although the 700 is still lower damage. So this kind of sort of evens itself out. Um, I'd say this is kind of a buff, considering she can ult twice, which, you know what, I think it's actually better, especially for content like Simulated Universe, where spamming ultimate consecutively, especially in with the useless scholar equation in Divergent Universe that puts the party into overclock if after you do 6 ultimates in total, and then allows position 1 to do ult 3 times in a row. Ooh. Oh, the setups you can do with that, Jesus. Mm. But okay, yeah, this is a pretty interesting change. So let's see. Now we go to talent. We have the base talent here, and now what's the change? 6 points up to 12. Gains 1 for every 2 attacks used by ally targets. Attacks from Feixiao ultimate not counted. Okay, that didn't change. Let's see. After teammates use attack against enemy, we lost follow-up attack against primary target. Deal wind damage equal to 110 of the attack. Was okay. The damage multiplier went down, so damage nerf. Uh, okay. The rest of that stays the same. When using this attack, increases damage dealt by Feixiao by 60%, lasting for 2 turns. Ooh. Okay. This is huge. I like that actually. I do like that. So her follow-up attack gives her a 60% damage boost across the board. Wait a minute. So does that mean that she E's 1 time, triggers the talent's follow-up attack, and then because she triggered the follow-up attack, that 2 turn damage boost just off of an E cast? That means she'd have 100% uptime on that. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So this essentially kind of makes up for all these damage multiplier nerfs that we've been seeing. Yeah, okay, so 60% damage boost, that's cool. Will last for 2 turns. Oh yeah, we definitely gotta worry about that. Okay, so damage multiplier nerf, but we gain a 60% damage increase for 2 turns off of using the follow attack. Cool, cool, cool. So I will actually take that more as a buff than a hard nerf. So it definitely looks like Dave managed to kind of balance her out. So it looks like we've got some ultimate changes here for both Thunder Blitz and Warwick Skyward. The multipliers have been dropped for both. Yeah, multipliers have been dropped for both, and then I believe this was the final hit dealing the toughness reduction. I guess they removed the 5 the uh oh, no. This is that slight energy gain off ultimate. Yeah, because she doesn't gain energy, so they changed that. So let's see. Okay, we have trace stats. Okay, so we had the attack, the crit, and the speed. They changed the speed to defense. Hmm. Hmm. They changed the speed to defense. Let's just speed to okay. Okay. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay. Hmm. I guess they were like, nah, he don't need no, he don't need no speed. Yeah, no other hunt character got speed. I guess they said we gonna just let her be at 112 and call it a day. All right, all right, very well, Honkai team. Well, honestly, I think I value the defense more anyway, just for survivability purposes. So that's cool. Hunt characters typically get put on their ass anyway. So that helps. All right, so what we got? Traceability change. Receive 4 points at the start of battle. There are no teammates active on in battle on the field at start of a turn. Receive 1 point. Okay. And then now she receives 3 points at the start of battle. At the start of turn, if follow-up attack is not launched via talent in the turn prior, it counts as gaining 1 point towards the required attack count. Wait. hold on. Let me think about this. If follow-up attack is not launched via talent turn prior, so basically what we're saying is if an ally didn't attack to trigger her follow-up. So basically, if the only thing she's ever done is E and then follow-up attack, gains 1 point towards the required attack count. So basically, she's going to get a point. Oh, okay. So, if her talent isn't triggered manually, then the follow up attack off of her E gives adds it counts as another attack towards the charges. Okay, I get it. That that just sounds a little complicated. They should have just kept the original wording of it. Yeah, they should have just given her the point at the start of the turn. I'm going to call that a nerf. I am just going to call that a nerf and call it a day. Um, let's see. A trace 2 ability. When dealing damage via this attack's ultimate, it will be considered launching a follow-up attack. Please don't. Let's see. It counts follow-up attack. Okay. Increase damage dealt by follow-up attack by 36%. So they took Trace 3's boost and moved it to Trace 2 and then nerfed it because you can see right here the follow attack crit damage increased by 60%. That was Trace 3's ability. So now they moved it to Trace 2 and nerfed it by 24%. Okay, so let's think about this now. So she still has the crit damage boost. She's getting a damage boost off of her talent now when she does follow up attack. Interesting. Okay, so what did Trace 3 turn into? When using skill, attack increases by 48% lasting for 3 turns. Wait a minute. So a 48% attack boost, 36% attack boost to follow up attack, and the 60% damage boost off of talent when FUA is triggered. Okay, so I guess in the way they kind of compensated for all the nerfs to her damage multipliers. Let's see. Although this is still a nerf. This is still this is still a nerf no matter how you look at it. The 36% from 60. That's still a nerf no matter how you think about it. Why three terms? I mean, I'm not complaining, but like, are we trying to like do some sort of SP compensation or something? I don't get it. I don't know. We'll take it though. 48% attack. I mean that might mean get her attack kind of high. Get her attack high so she gets this, I guess. Um, cool, cool. I mean, this is a buff because it's a brand new ability entirely instead of just them nerfing this to the ground. So we'll take that. All right, and looks like we have dupe changes. So the whale changes. So what we got? E1 when using ultimate for each point consumed, the found hit deals additional damage to a random enemy. Now it's after using Bolts Under Blitz or War X Skyward, ult damage additionally increases. The value increases equal to 10% of the original damage. You can stack up to 5 times and last to the end of the ultimate action. This sounds a lot like the way they designed Acheron. If y'all thought I was crazy in my previous video when I said she was Hunt Acheron, I mean it literally sounds like the same kind of mechanics. See, look, like it like rainbow toughness reduction, and then reducing all type res until the end of ultimate. And like you look at this ability lasts until the end of ultimate. like she still Hunt Acheron, but I don't know. These changes kind of make it seem like she's not as close to Acheron as she was previously. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, but let's think about it. Increase it 10% original damage. It can stack up to 5 times. So let's assume that each each hit in the ultimate is increasing the stat. So E1 turns her ult into a ramping ult. So it's first hit 10%, second hit 20%, third hit 30%, fourth hit 40, fifth hit 50, and then the final hit, which gets that 50%. Mm, you know what? I'll take it. Um, I think it could be better than the original state. Because let's think, random enemy for each point consumed. So if she dumped all 12, then it would just be the final hit would just deal 12 additional hits. But if it was a single enemy, the single enemy getting hit 12, just getting smacked 12 times. Um, I guess since she's not dumping all her points anymore, I'm gonna assume she's not dumping all her points anymore. Um, since she's not dumping all her points anymore, this ability makes more sense. The changed ability makes a lot more sense. Um, I mean, because she's just gonna ult again. So at full stacks. Um, okay, we'll take it. All right, E2. This was a big ability. Uh, After using fob attack, gain one charge. Huh. So rather than require her to get require rather than drop the attack count from 2 to 1 to get a charge, it just says whenever she does fob attack, she gets a charge. Okay, so let's think about this. You know what? I see what it is. This is a nerf, but it's a nerf in a way that makes her charge game more restrictive. Because I'm telling you, I'm telling you now, the best scenario is having Topaz and Linksha on the field to turbo her ultimate because Topaz gives us Numby, Linksha gives us a summon, and that means there will be 4 other sources of attack gains on the timeline per cycle. So you have Topaz attacking, you have Numby attacking, you have Linksha attacking, you have the summon attacking, and so with the if the E2 stayed the way it was, like she would just never stop ulting. Like there would probably be no point to getting her to 12 stacks. This is get her to 6 ult, get her to 6 ult, get her to 6 ult. Just like she would just she would just she would just be ulting forever. And at that point, she definitely may as well be like literally right there with Acheron. Um, Possibly even better. But see, I can already see now they didn't want her to outright power creep our precious right in May. Nah, I knew they weren't going. I knew they weren't going to do that. They weren't going to do that. They weren't going to power creep Acheron. Nah. Not when she was the premier anniversary character, outright still uncontested character. Even with Jiaoshu out and with that busted ass Asheros mechanic of his, nah, she goes uncontested because she's like, oh, your turn? Yeah, I get stacks on your turn now. So now, oh, you keep taking turns? I'm ulting. Let's go. um, so now, yeah, it's more restrictive towards her actions. So let's see. She E's, she triggers fob attack. She gets a point off of that. And then the ally attacks, and then she attacks with the fob attack. She gets a point off of that. And that sounds like it's on top of the points she would already gain if points are being triggered during those actions. Because that's 4 attacks in the chain. So she should at least be getting 2 points towards her ultimate. So with E2, she would just get another 2 points. So one turn action could potentially get her one, two, Okay, let's say the count's even. So her attack, the follow attack, which would be 2, which would be 1 point, and then like whoever attacks, and then she attacks, that's another point. So that's 2. Yeah, she be gaining 4 points. She be gaining 4 points in the chain like that. Okay, they just made it more restrictive towards her actions, so we don't have characters like Topaz and Numby just straight turboing her ult every cycle, because she would be ulting repeatedly off of that. Especially with that synergy between Topaz and Linksha, because Linksha's follow-up attack hits everybody with that summon, which means it's going to inevitably hit the enemy who has proof of debt on them, and that's gonna advance Numby, and then Numby just is just going to attack faster. Yeah, like that that synergy is, and then keep in mind that Linksha can AV the summon, and her ultimate AVs the summon by 100%. So, like, yeah, that's I can understand the change. Yeah, it's just to make so she can't ult like crazy. Then let's see, E4. Oh, oh no, that's a hard nerf. Oh, that's a hard nerf. That is a nerf bat to the face nerf. She doesn't turn into Topaz anymore at E4. She doesn't turn into Topaz. So now when she's active in battle, increase fob attack damage enemy targets take by 10%. Hold on. Let me pull up. Where's Acheron's E4? Increase fall damage enemies take by 10%. Is she inflicting a follow-up damage vulnerability debuff? I mean, it's not worded the way Acheron's is, but if she's increasing the amount of damage enemy targets take, like that would have to be a permanent debuff. That would have to be a permanent debuff. Because this isn't applying to her own follow up damage. This is applying to follow up damage. Period. So Topaz deals more damage. Link's follow up deals more damage. The shield deals more damage. Like pretty much anyone with follow up attack deals more damage. I don't know. Like I guess E4 kind of like I'll take it. I guess. Okay, let's look at E6. So increase follow attack, win res pin by 20%. Increase damage to talent's follow attack multiplier by 360. Damage is considered ultimate damage. Okay. Then they changed it to increase the all type res pin ultimate damage dealt by Feixiao by 20%. Bro, like I'm telling you, she's literally designed off of Acheron, because Acheron's E6 change happened the exact same way. It was the exact same kind of change, because at first she just had a crit damage increase on her E6, and then all of this. Like she had this ability, but this used to be crit damage. I believe it was ultimate crit damage. It was our crit damage period, and then they changed it to all type res pin for ult damage, and then basically turned everything she does into ult damage. Like this is literally the same thing. Increase all type res pin of ult damage dealt by 20%. Talent's follow up is considered to be ult damage. Increases multiplier by 140. Yeah, they nerfed the shit out of that damage multiplier. God damn. A total of two, they dropped about 220%. Jesus. They said, nah, we can't have that. We can't have her doing all that. Now, the question is, do we consider do we consider Sal Soto over Durant? Do we consider Sal Soto over Durant? I don't think so, if I'm honest. I don't think we consider Sal Soto over Durant. I really don't. Like Duran is too well designed of an ornament set for follow up characters. Like it's just too good. Like I like in Acheron's case at E6, Sal Soto just wins. The Sal Soto wins because like Acheron has she has all type res pen, right? But then she has the ult damage vulnerability here. So 8% more ult damage here. And then her ultimate deals more damage here. And then she basically pretends that no one has like any all type resistance period. She's like, nah, none of y'all have all type resistance. I'm just hitting you guys for pure damage. I'm hitting you guys for pure type damage. And then on top of that, like it's further justified because of this shit right here. This motherfucker's ult. Where is it? This right here. When his zone is out, 15% increased ult damage. Like you take that with South Soto and her E4 and like that was pretty much Acheron. But for Feixiao, yeah, I think we still run Duran because 20% extra follow up damage with 25% follow up damage. Math is hard. 25% extra follow up damage with 25% extra crit damage. Like it's just a balanced split because we get more follow up damage and more crit damage. And since E6 Feixiao turns the talent's follow up into ult damage anyway, like that should be a double benefit right there. She should be getting both of those. Unless they pull that dumb shit where unless they pull that dumb shit where like this creates a technicality and doesn't count, which it shouldn't. I don't know. We'll see. But I still say we run Duran. I still say we run Duran and call it a day. Run Duran, call it a day. All right. So that is Feixiao's kit. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the changes are great. But man, she got smacked. They smacked her down to earth. They were like, "Look, we know you're an emanator and shit, and we're going to introduce you. We're going to introduce you as as an emanator, since all the arbiter generals are emanators. It was like we're going to push you as like an emanator, a playable emanator on the level of Acheron, but we gonna have to tone this damage down a bit." And then they took away the E4. Why? I was so looking forward to having another Topaz. It looks like Topaz is still gonna be the only character with this shit. When Topaz uses base attack deal damage, it'll be considered as follow-up attack. And because she already got her E already counts as follow-up attack because of this shit right here. Like they was like, no, we can't have her be Topaz. We can't have her be Topaz. Nah. Yeah, they definitely balanced her. They balanced her. I still say she's if not at number one with Acheron, she's at least number two. Like I know the CN community has some problems with that. People were talking about, she too strong, she too strong, she too strong. That's probably why they nerfed her to the ground like this. But I mean, I'll take it. I'm probably not going to dupe her though, like I was originally intending to, which means now that I'm probably not going to dupe her though, because I was looking forward to the E2 change. That means that I'm gonna be pulling this motherfucker in a couple weeks, because I need Acheron's best partner. But yeah, oh yeah, I believe her light cone got changed too. So let's go ahead and talk about that before we end the video. Let's see, this right here. When a single ally uses an attack, gain 1 stack of Lumen Flux up to 6. Each stack allows ultimate damage to ignore defense per stack. Dispelled after use of ultimate. Okay. Okay, so now let's see. Crit rate's the same. When the wearer launches a fob attack, gain 1 stack of Lumen Flux for a max of 2. I mean, that's not hard. Feixiao does E, fob attack. Another ally attacks, fob attack. 2 stacks. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's a huge buff. That's a big buff. So we've already capped. Each stack of Lumen Flux enables ultimate damage to ignore defense per stack. When the wearer's turn ends, remove 1 stack. You act like she's not going to just stay at 2 stacks the whole time. Because that's just going to refresh the stacks. That's just going to refresh the stacks. But anyway, let's see. So at 2 stacks, let's see, baseline 27%. 27 times 2, that's 54%. So ult damage ignores 54% defense just at base level. Let's compare that. So 6-9, that's 54. Okay, so it's balanced. 54, 60, 66, 72, and then 78. Yeah. So they simplified the stacking, but the multiplier is still the same. Yeah. This is a huge buff. This is the oh no, that's a crazy ass buff. I wonder if we put this on Mose now. Like, I wasn't sure what to put on Mose, but I'm thinking, well, outside the end of the night, because I swear we can't escape this light cone, because this light cone is too well designed, and this is like the very first limited hunt light cone in the game. Why? And like this effect is it's never going to go bad. It's never going to go back because it's inherently good, because all hunt characters are too damn fast. But I mean, Su Shang managed to escape it because she's using Sailing Towards a New Life, which is extremely good. Okay, I think we put that on Mosaic now, but we'll talk about that a little later. So in that case, tell me what you think. How do you guys feel about these changes to Feixiao? And I will see you guys in the next video. I will be doing Mosaic and Linkshot in separate videos, so look forward to that. Peace out.